welcome everyone. The first game after the Christmas break, the Meaford Knights taking on the Seguin Huskies. I'm Rob Leonard. I made it from the ice surface all the way up here. That's not bad.
You did a great job of that, dropping that puck, being the ceremonial face-off. But, yeah, you're right. We're back here on Rogers TV with Knights hockey, and we hope that
got a bunch of new faces in the lineup for the Knights tonight, Gord. Three anyway.
Well, they do have 3 new players, and they've had to add a few as they've lost a few. David Hooper has decided to retire, and then a couple of suspensions and a couple of injuries, and, of course, they picked up a few players. And, of course, we got one from Australia here. Unbelievable, so.
That's right. The Knights currently sitting in 5th spot, and in the upper half of the league, looking to improve on the great record that they've had so far this season.
Well, they've done really well in the first half of the season, but they've got to maintain it, and then they got to make the push. The playoffs aren't that far away. They're looking mid-March, and they start the playoffs. So this is the second half. Some of the it's going to be good. We're going to see them in their new uniforms tonight. Looks like they got new black uniforms to play at home now for.
Knights have a exciting new addition in goal for them tonight. Number 40. Rafael Izzo. We're going to take a look at the standings for the first 28 games of the season. As we said, the Knights sitting in 5th spot with 36 points, the best start in franchise history.
Well, they're 8 points out of first when you look at it right now. They've got to improve on that.
Puck is in the Meaford zone. Heineman picks it up. Big battle. The door comes open. That could have been dangerous. Connor Long took his man into the door that leads to the referee's area, and that could have been disastrous for number 12, Zan Martek, but luckily he's going to be all right.
That can be, you're right. I've gone through a door when it hasn't been closed on the ice surface, and it is not a pleasant feeling as you end up going through it. Luckily enough, it wasn't hurt.
Those doors are closed.
Oh, it's important because those kids can hit at 30 kilometers an hour, and that's, believe it or not, that's tough when they're moving into the boards.
The Knights now come away with it. Heineman, whose family are in the building tonight from the Ottawa area, had a chance to say hello to his mom, Dee Dee, down in the lobby prior to the game.
Weather tonight in the Meaford area is pretty tough, so they must have had a nice trip from Ottawa. I hope they came yesterday.
Knights are digging to keep that puck in there. It comes out now. Here comes Seguin into the Meaford zone. That's number 23. That's Nico Kakko. Knights are able to clear it away. Hyman Pereira line's been out there for quite a while now.
Well, they're starting to change it up now. They got to change quicker and faster, and I think Nate will probably realize that as the game goes on. They've got four pretty strong lines, and hopefully that with the changes they're going to fit in nicely with this club.
Here's Eric Brenestad now for the Knights. Nice move at the blue line. Dumps it in. Not quite deep enough. Huskies come away with it. There's Vili Limatainen. Plays it. That goes into the meshing. And the faceoff will come to the left of goalkeeper Andre Klimek.
And Klimek playing for Seguin. Seguin not doing as well this year as they've had in the past, and goaltending could be a problem.
From the draw, the Knights win it. Caught up in some skates. Tyler Strutz plays it back. Vernon can't get to it, but he does. Will Vernon plays it to Tyler Strutz. Strutz is just going to dump it in deep. Chasing after it is Daniels Lega. Lega had 3 Huskies on him. He didn't have a chance in there. Now here come the Huskies, and a great opportunity busting through there, but unable to get a shot on goal. Knights defense doing their job.
Good play by the defense as they're getting tight.
Pass now. Here come the Knights. Skylar Robertson breaks into the zone, puts it on the brakes, takes a look out front. Deke, oh my goodness, what a save by Klimek, but what a move in there by Mitch Bolduc. I thought he had that one home.
So did I, but Klimek come up big on that play, and he just managed to close the door.
Mitch Bolduc is absolutely nailed in the corner. That was a headshot. Referees did not see it. Most definitely, if you saw that on the replay. Mitch Bolduc had his bell rung. That's the second time in a couple of games. Now let's take another look here. Knights come away with it. Now watch here as Bolduc's going after the puck in the corner. Right there.
Yeah, and he got his elbow right up into his face as he was going down. There was no call on it.
Daryl Cahill was the defenseman for Seguin. He may be a marked man for the rest of this game after that hit.
Well, part of that, too, was that the Bolduc was losing his footing. So, I mean, I think that's part of what happened. But still, you have to be aware of where people are on the ice, and you can't make those kind of plays.
Owen Tichborne dumps it in deep, but Seguin comes away with it. Talking to a couple of the players prior to the game, and even the coaches were saying that this is the first game back after the Christmas break, and may take the guys a game or two to get their legs back. And it's not like they live in the local community or even in the country. A bunch of them heading off back to Europe for the Christmas holidays.
You got jet lag and jet bus legs and everything else right now. So they can come down on that weather today, and it's not nice coming around Georgian Bay. And of course, they're just south of Perry Sound. And there's Klimek having a look at him on the screen, and 2-7-0 record, .826 save percentage, and goaltending. It also too. It's not always the goalie. It can be defense. It can be a number of things. But when the stats show up, then it makes it look like that he does not having a great season. But
Seguin comes away with it now, wheeling out of his own zone. Number 71, Kyle Torgerson. Torgerson takes a shot. That misses wide. Knights now just clear it out of the zone. Jeff Hyman chips it onto himself. Works his way down the boards from a sharp angle. That goes wide. Here's Connor Long. He just does keep it onside. Eric Lowry is hammered into the boards.
He went in there at an odd angle. He's getting up a little bit slowly. Lowry's
the Gap,
heading back to the
Pennsylvania
bench.
native is hurt. He's going to head back to the bench. Lowry got his, as you said, a very awkward.
He lost his footing and was heading in, and then he got hammer slammed in the board head first, and that could be dangerous. That's a dangerous play, that hitting from behind. 3 feet from the boards is one of the most dangerous plays in this game.
Vernon to Queenan. Queenan now looking for Daniels Lega. But it's picked off by the Huskies. Puck is cleared deep into the Meaford zone. Here's Will Vernon. Put on to Lega. Lega puts it on to Stutz. Stutz over to Queenan. Looking for Stutz in front of the net. He just misses tipping that one home. Puck comes back around. Tyler Stutz takes his man out of the play. But the Huskies come away with it. Good job there. Eric Brenestad is taken down hard. Seguin really physical in the early goaling here. And putting on some pretty heavy checks on the Knights.
Well, they can slow them down and do that, then they've got a chance maybe of catching Knights, because their Knights are much quicker and much faster. And Seguin's had some trouble with them earlier in the season.
Well, the Knights have proven quite often this season that they can play that style of game too if you want to play it. So,
well, this is very true, but that's part of the process. Oh, just a miss in front.
Absolutely. What a great opportunity that was for number 25, Ladislav Seuss, a former Meaford Knight.
He had a glorious scoring chance in front of that, and the puck just bounced and went up over his stick.
There's the newcomer to Meaford, Rafael Izzo, 13 games played, 10-2 record, .355. Look at that save percentage, Gordon.
Oh, that's good in any league, 901, and that's what the Meaford has possibly needed, some strong goaltending. And he's certainly going to help in that department, as they've been a revolving door as far as goaltenders are concerned. Well, and if they can get somebody that's solid and going to stay between the pipes, that makes a big difference.
I had heard earlier today, this morning, that the Knights had acquired a Thomas. There's a shot. Bouncing puck in front. Great opportunity for Owen Tichborne, but he was unable to bury that. And that's going to be icing. But as I was saying, I heard earlier this morning that the Knights had acquired a Temiskaming goalkeeper, but didn't know who it was at that time, but I was quite surprised to see that it was Izo.
Well, Izo's got a tremendous record in playing up in Temiskaming, and 10-2 in any league is just fabulous. 3.55 goals against average in junior hockey. That's amazing. So, I mean, I think they picked up a very strong player, and if they're pushed to the playoffs, they made a good decision.
Here comes the shot. Can't get it through traffic. That hit Jeff Hyman in the back of the leg. Now Seguin, that's going to go. Referee says no. Not sure why he said no, but that should have been icing. Here's Connor Long. His stick breaks as he's trying to get rid of it. Shot right on. Izo makes an easy save.
Connor Long nearly made a mistake of not dropping the stick and didn't get called for it. Nice block. It was shot in front.
Now the Knights trying to break away with Justin Pereira. That puck goes all the way down into the Seguin zone. Picked up there by number 16. That's newcomer Braden Patterson. Patterson seeing his first ice time here for the Knights. A native of Manitoba, probably an area you're quite familiar with, Gord.
Well, not really. I mean, I was born in Northern Ontario. Manitoba's a little bit west of where I'm from.
But you do spend a lot of time in Manitoba, do you not?
I do. It's from Dauphin, Manitoba, and which is quite a cold place right now, let me tell you. It's cold out there in the prairies.
I had a chance to speak with Braden when he came into the building tonight, and I said, it's awfully cold here, but it must seem really mild compared to what you're used to, and he totally agreed. Shot misses wide.
Well, I called my brother on Christmas Day, and it was darn cold, I'll tell you. They were all indoors. They weren't going anywhere. So.
Tyler Strutz tries to come away with it. He can't. There's a shot easily steered away by goalkeeper Rafael Izo.
Izo looks really confident in the net, too. He's got great lateral movement. You see the head-to-heads on your night. Right now, 5-21-1 and 10-16. The Knights 16-9-4. So 109 goals for, 166 by Meaford. There's no even comparison. But right now, Seguin is playing him even for the first part of this game.
Seguin very much in the running last year. This year, very much a rebuilding year for this squad. So Callum Queenan just about intercepted that pass coming across ice. Kept in there by the Huskies. Here's Sebastian Anderson. He loses it. Now the Knights come away with it. There's four of them. Four black jerseys coming into the zone. Comes around to Daniels Lega. Lega looks in front, tries to get it to Queenan. He can't get it to settle down. Now the Huskies. That could have been a trip, but
no, I'm glad
that one go.
They should have, because that was a dive and a good 10-9 by the Russian judge. I'll tell you, I thought after the hit he was a little late going down.
Stolen away. That puck goes wide. What an opportunity there for number 11. I do not have a number 11 on my score sheet.
Neither do I. I was wondering who that was, too, but he did a beautiful job stealing that puck, but fired the puck wide, so.
Well, as I said, if I don't have the name on the sheet, that player becomes Mark Perry. So number 11 on Seguin will be Mark Perry for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, but Mark's a goalie.
Pardon?
Mark's a goalie.
Not tonight, he's not. He's number 11 on the Seguin Huskies. Huskies now with it deep in their zone. Meaford doing a good job at cutting off the lanes and putting good pressure on their D. Not allowing the Huskies really to set up.
Well, I've been really impressed with the Knights' defense all year, and they get some balanced scoring from it, too. Losing Hooper, who was a fairly significant cog in there. He had 3 goals and about 10 or 12 assists. But Connor Long playing super well. Will Vernon, these vets have really done really well with Meaford. So I see nothing but good things for that defensive core for the rest of the season.
Connor Long looking long. That breaking Ethan Cornford. Ethan Cornford, another newcomer to this team. Connor Long was looking for him and just missed him, breaking down that left side. Ethan Cornford, the Knights just acquired him from the New Tecumseh Civics earlier today, actually, and he's in the lineup tonight.
New Tech started out so well at the beginning of the season and sort of have been on a downward slide like snowboards at Collingwood. So, I mean, it's not a good thing going on in New Tech right now.
Here come the Knights. Cornford's going to clear it into the zone. Knights making a wholesale change. Skylar Robertson heading off to be the final. Here's a chance. Oh, he loses a handle. Brandon Farrell, what a great opportunity, but the post-Christmas jitters got him on that.
Possibly, but so many times you're going to watch the replay on this, and you're going to see him take the puck and go and make the steal and take it in. But the big problem here was the fact is that he had too much time to think, and instead he should have just shot the thing. But it's so easy to do from up here, but when you're down there, it makes a huge difference. And just got a little over anxious, I guess. And
Brendan Farrell had such a what a hit by the Knights of Meaford's Will Vernon took number 16, Limitanen, hard into the boards, but everybody gets up.
Loose puck in behind that net, and I'm telling you, that's number 1, Rob Farrell. He's just barreling out there to get after it, so he's having a good first period.
Puck comes in over the line, cleared around the near side. Here comes Brandon Farrell. Farrell, nice little play in front to Hampus Wall, but he couldn't finish it. There's the shot. That misses.
Cahill just got all the wood on that, but just high and wide over the net.
Puck's cleared in behind the Seguin net. 8:10 remaining here in period number 1. No score. There's a hook.
No call.
That's not called either. Referees are keeping their whistles in their pockets.
Well, sometimes you can let that kind of stuff go. It's the body, it's the head shots, the stick play, but that wasn't all that. That's what I like to see called. Anything that's going to cause anybody damage or something. So
Huskies trying to clear the zone, and they finally do. The puck goes past the Knights defenseman Daniel McCall over the line.
Yeah, we have an icing, and one of the most important members of our team that we have here at Meaford, of course, is Amici's Pizza, and of course they provide the food and whatnot for our crew before games. And 519-538-6805, 334 Sykes Street South, Meaford, Ontario. Always freshly cooked. Can be at your doorstep within 20 to 25 minutes. And it's traditional Italian cuisine, folks. And they also have a tremendous restaurant. So if you want to come down and have it, grab a table. Amici's Pizza here, folks. Please buy locally. They support us. We would certainly like you to support them.
Knights, there's another trip. Referees are not calling anything.
Which is a good thing.
Just misses his man with a hard body check. Callum Queenan comes away with it. Dell plays it on to Queenan. Queenan's going to fire it. And the referee is pointing.
He went off the goaltender and went at the bench and just caught him on the blocker, and he just deadened it and then went down. So
and the back referee corrected the front referee on it. So
yeah.
Face-off will come to the right of goalkeeper Klimick. I've noticed on some of the shots here, Gordon, this first period so far on Klimick, he's kind of battling the puck a little bit, letting out some decent rebounds.
Well, he has been doing that, but again, too, defense have been playing well and been clearing it, but he hasn't. You're right. You're not as sharp as he should be, but right now, Meaford hasn't solved the problem, and he's managed to keep the puck out for the first 14 minutes of this game.
Here's Connor Long. He's going to dump the puck. That's going to go into the meshing. Face-off's going to come outside.
6:48 remaining here in the third period. I've already got this one in the books. First period here in Meaford, and the weather outside is we've seen a nice crowd in here considering the weather that we have, and it's cold and it's bitter out there.
Shot right on, good save. Ezo rebound, puck is bouncing, high stick, knocked in, says the referee. No goal.
No goal. He's waving that off, and rightly so, because there was a high stick. So you'll see it on the Rogers replay. Face off outside the blue line as the puck comes up the ice.
It was Hapakowski, but he's not arguing it, so.
Yeah, you can see.
I don't know about that.
That stick was high.
What do you say, Gord?
I think it was. I thought it was high stick, and it was a good call by the officials.
Well, no argument from the Huskies players, so it must be all right. Will Vernon's going to keep it in. Shot bounces in there. Huskies trying to come away with it. Hampa's wall gets hammered into the boards. Here's Owen Tichborne. Tichborne, there's going to be a penalty here. There could be two. There could be two because there was a trip.
Well, I think they got the same one on that play, and I believe that Meaford is going to go on the power play.
Not sure what that hand signal is. Whatever that is.
Well,
sorry,
I'm not sure.
It's going to be number 24. Anthony Pizziano is taking the first penalty of the game. We'll wait for the official call from PA announcer Fred Wallace. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. Shot right on. Langowski plays it back to Bolduc. To Langowski, there's a shot that goes wide. Can he keep it in? No, he cannot get to it. Mitch Bolduc plays it to Langowski. Langowski circles at center, brings it back in over the line, into the corner. Plays it back to Will Vernon. He mishandles it, but gets control.
Meaford using 4 forwards on this power play, 1 defenseman, the old veteran number 2, Will Vernon.
We got Langowski out there. He's a defenseman as well. Here's Strutz over to Langowski. Shot. That doesn't get through. And the puck's going to be cleared down the ice. And I'm not sure exactly where Tyler Strutz thought he was. He didn't even look. That's going to be an icing call against the Knights.
Well, I thought there was 4 forwards out there. I thought number 6 was 16, so I thought there was 4. So anyway, you're right, as always, about being 2 defensemen. Langowski, I was thinking, was the 16, so.
From the draw, the Knights tried to come away with it, and they do. Here's Will Vernon now settling it down behind his goal. 50 seconds remaining in the power play. Here's Mitch Bolduc. Here's Vernon over to Connor Long. Long plays it on to Daniels Lega. Lega misfires but gets it back. Into Connor Long. Long looks out front. Stick was lifted of the Knights forward, Callum Queenan. And Dalp has to go back for it. Plays it on to Connor Long. Here's Connor Long now. He's going to work it into the Seguin zone. Long battles in there. He gets it back to Dalp. And the penalty is over. Good job by the Huskies to kill that one off.
Still 0-0 with 4:15 remaining in the first period. It's been a quick period. Not a lot of whistles and only 2 penalties. So both teams 0 for 1 on the power play.
Callum Queenan was bothered enough to cough up the puck. Here's the Huskies with the chance shot. That goes wide.
Actually, there's only 1 penalty. So, and Meaford 0 for 1 on that penalty. So didn't do anything with the power play. Nice job by Seguin.
Huskies try to get the shot through. Jeff Hyman does a good job to get a leg on it. That changed direction. and Ezo comes away with it. That puck fluttered in there.
I didn't see whether he saw it or not, and just the last moment he put the glove on.
Looked like a curveball coming in there. Let's take another look on the replay.
Shot was blocked, and then coming from the point by number 8, Cahill, and Cahill just lets
Changed
it
direction. It may have been touched right there by Ashton Anderson in front of the goal, but Ezo, no problem grabbing a hold of that one.
Seguin giving Meaford everything they can handle right now. Meaford hasn't been able to find the back of that net yet, but they've had a couple of good chances. But maybe they're just getting, like you said, getting those legs used to being on the ice again. And
here's Hyman. Hyman, there's going to be another penalty here.
He hooked them really good. So
Huskies going for hooking. That's number 24. That's Anthony Pizziano again.
So,
take a look on the replay here.
Well, you'll see him. He'll stick the stick in. Just as, look at it. There it is. There's the hook on the arm.
That's definitely a hook. Good
call by the official. As Hyman couldn't get by him, it was because the stick was turned him around.
Jeff Hyman using that big frame of his to create a lot of havoc in front of the goal and draw penalties. And Hyman's going to take the face off. Knights with their second opportunity on the power play. 0 for 1 so far.
Now we have 4 forwards and 1 defenseman.
Here's Connor Long. Long's going to clear it in, but nobody in chasing that puck. Hyman gets there.
Good job clearing that puck down the ice and getting control. They've been killing. They killed off the last penalty that they got quite well. So right now they're managing to keep the Knights at bay.
Will Vernon gets it back to Connor Long. Long to Langowski in the middle to Struts, and he has it go off of his stick. Back into the Knights zone. Looked like the Knights are trying something new on their power play here. Looks like a work in progress. Here's Connor Long. Works it into the zone. Plays it around now to Will Vernon. Vernon chips it back into Delp. Julian Delp. Back to Delp again. Man breaking off the bench. Langowski to Delp. Shot. Oh, what a save. Off of Callum Queenan. Klimek gets his arm up on that one. And the Knights are going to take a holding the stick penalty.
Well, those are the kind of penalties that you don't want to have. You're going to watch the replay of...
it's going to be Callum Queenan.
As you're watching the Rogers replay, the puck gets moved around nicely by the Knights here. Cross ice over to Vernon. Vernon right inside number 44, and that's Queenan. And a great stop by Klimek because he got that glove out. And then you're going to see holding the stick call right there, and he gets it. After that
so now the teams will play 4 aside for the next 35 minutes, and then the Huskies will have an abbreviated power play. Here's Jeff Hyman.
Meaford 0 for 2 on the power play so far for this first period, and this is the first opportunity for the power play for Meaford.
Breaks in over the line. Good save in there by Ezo. In another 5 seconds, Seguin will get their power play opportunity. Seguin now on the power play for a 1:21 or less. Struts is going to fire that one all the way down, right on the goalkeeper, Klimek.
Klimek has had a really good first period, too. He's made a couple of really good saves that have kept Meaford off the score sheet, as Meaford kind of has a territorial advantage in this first frame.
I believe the last time the Seguin was in here, the Knights beat them by a score of 6-2, and took a little while for Meaford to get going. They scored late in the first period, but that may not be the case now since we've only got about 30 seconds left. Huskies trying to do everything they can to take a 1-0 lead into the dressing room. But the Knights come away with it. Tyler Strutz comes around the goal. He's just going to play it out. 15 seconds to go. Here's a break between the defense scores. 71, Kyle Torgerson. What a nice little move. What a great move he put on the defense, but then just a soft touch to put that puck between the legs of goalkeeper Rafael Izu.
You're going to see the play right here as the defense gets kind of caught, and then he splits it, gets a little backhand through the 5-hole and scores the goal. Nice play as he took that puck. It was kind of a lackadaisical clear, and it just got to the blue line, and he picked up that loose puck and went from the blue line in and made one heck of a nice move and beat the goaltender Izo.
6.6 seconds remaining here in period number 1. A power play goal by number 71, Kyle Torgerson, the difference in this first period. And there's the buzzer, and it was in period number 1.
It was a shortened power play, too, as they only had a minute and 21 seconds, but with 6 seconds to go, scoring a goal in the last seconds of a period gives them the momentum coming in for the third. So or the second. So we'll see what Meaford does coming up very shortly.
All right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with second period action from the Meaford St. Vincent Community Center. It's Rogers Sports exclusive. We'll be right back.
The following program is brought to you by Rogers Anyplace TV. Enjoy exclusive content for free. Visit RogersAnyplaceTV.com.
When I first became paralyzed, I wanted to die. My wife told me I had to live. See how some grow up.
Your life is my life.
I won the triple in Wimbledon. I could beat Billie Jean King.
Does she have the nerve?
Call Audrey. Tell him it's on.
40 million people are watching.
Now I'm done talking. Let's play.
What really triggered it was one of my friends who took his own life. I started self-medicating with alcohol. I couldn't sleep. I was having constant nightmares, waking up screaming. A friend of mine referred me to the Legion. I had no idea what services they provided, but that's what eventually forced me to seek the help, and I'm glad I did. It was the best thing that I ever did.
Hi, I'm Sean Dersey, defenseman number 5 for the Owen Sound Attack. Join us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. for Attack Wrap on Rogers TV.
Everyone, second period action about to get underway here in Meaford. The Seguin Huskies on the strength of a last, I guess, about 6 seconds remaining in that first period. Number 71, Kyle Torgerson, was able to bury a power play goal to give Seguin the 1-0 lead, Gord.
Well, Torgerson's having a tremendous season. He's got 24 goals, 20 assists, and 44 points. So he's the strength of their offense. So he showed it in that period by splitting defense, getting in on goal and scoring. But he picked up his 25th tonight because that was a nice goal. But it's tough for the Meaford to lose and get a goal scored on him at that part of the period. But nice play by them on the power play to take a 1-0 lead to start the second period.
All right, the Knights now with possession of the puck. Comes off the boards. Battle there. Callum Queenan trying to come away with it. Izo misses that one. Torgerson's taken down. Good job by the Knights. Connor Long plays it on to Callum Queenan. Queenan's got Strutz with him. Oh! Strutz, if he had his stick on the ice, Callum Queenan had it on his tape.
Well, I'm sure I think it wasn't on the ice. That just hopped over, I believe, because it looked like that was a really good pass, and he cut into that goal and had a good chance.
Here's Strutz, and that's cut off. Tyler Strutz is going to hammer it back out. There's number 12, Jan Marsick. Marsick with a shot. That's blockered away. Huskies with some pressure down there, but Tyler Strutz is taken in hard on the boards from behind. No call. Shot right on. Connor Long. Puck bounces out. Mitch Bolduc trying to get to it. Puck comes back into the zone. What a save. And Izzo flips that toe out and makes a great save.
Well, it looks like Singh has got some jump after that goal in the second period, at the end of the first period, here earlier in the second, and making things difficult a bit for goaltender Izzo.
Here's Mitch Bolduc. He circles around at center, takes a look, plays it into the zone is Ethan Cornford. Eric Brinestad does a good job to knock that puck away, but here come the Huskies. Shot, that misses. Right out in front, shot. Oh, and defenseman Will Vernon gets his backside in the way and blocks that one. Here's Vernon over the line. Tries to get it in front, can't get it through. Eric Brinestad comes up with it now, plays it to Mitch Bolduc. Knights make a change. Here comes Skylar Robertson. Robertson's taken in on the boards, but Justin Pereira is going to come away with it. Pereira still has it, but has it knocked off of his stick. The Knights digging hard in there. Capped in. That was close. Boy, that could have been offside.
It's closer to too many men on the ice.
Brenestad fans on it, but gets it back. Plays it in.
A lot of players fanning on the shots and the passes tonight. I guess maybe it is a first game back after a long Christmas break.
Braden Patterson, number 16 for the Knights. You can see, kind of see on your screen there. He's there he is, number 16. As we said, newcomer to the Knights of Meaford. And I think he was a 1999 birth year, so he'd be
born in the last century.
18, almost 19 years old. From the draw, the Knights come away with it. Here's Patterson. Patterson gets it in over the line. There's going to be a penalty to the Huskies. I think it's going to be a high sticking call. No, it's a holding call.
Holding or hooking. It's just confidence. He was coming across the blue line and slowed him down enough that the referee put his arm up, gives the penalty. Meaford goes on power play for the third time. 0 for 2 so far here tonight.
Ricard Zgorobeks is going to go for 2 minutes for holding. Good job by newcomer Braden Patterson to draw that penalty.
Well, Patterson was whipping down that right wing and got hung up at the blue line by the player, and right in front of the official too. So it's hard not to see that one. And
Strutz wins the draw back now to Will Vernon. Vernon takes his eye off it. Here's a chance. Partial. The Knights have got a penalty coming up. There's going to be a slashing call, I'm sure.
Will Vernon is going to get the gate for slashing, and he's not too happy about that as he takes a swing at the puck. And good thing he didn't hit it because he could have got an unsportsmanlike conduct on top of that. So
it is a slashing call going to Will Vernon. Vernon not happy with it, but I mean, what do you do? That's not a bad penalty, I don't think, Gord, when you got a guy pretty much on a breakaway there. You got to do what you have to do, I guess.
Well, yeah, he made the mistake at the blue line and fanning on the puck and caused the problem and caused his own problem and his own demise. But he got back in time, and but unfortunately ended up getting a penalty on top of it. So.
Here's Tyler Strutz in over the line. Strutz fires, doesn't get through. Strutz being watched very closely in there. And unable to keep it in is Julian Delp, but he has it stripped away now. Here's a 2-on-1. Pass, tries to spin around and put it in front. Unable to do so was number 71, that's Kyle Thorgerson. Callum Queenan takes his man in.
Knights doing a good job killing this penalty off so far, but they got a break. There's a good stop by Izzo.
What a save by Izzo.
Don't want to steal your thunder, but I couldn't help but make that as I was making the comment about the fact that you're going to watch the replay. You're going to see it come out. He'll lose the puck just outside the blue line, and he'll turn it around. There it is, the play right there. Well, that's a big hit in the corner by Long.
There's a shot. Fans on it. Oh, my goodness. What a glorious opportunity there for number 11, Mark Perry. He fans on that one. Better luck next time to Mark Perry. Here comes Owen Tichborne now. Tichborne over the line. Takes a look. Hangs onto it. Gets it back to the point. Daniel McCall to Tichborne. Tichborne now has it go off of his stick all the way back down into the Meaford zone.
4-on-4 for the next 22 seconds, and then Meaford are going to, or Seguin will go on a short power play.
That's going to go for icing. Take a look now at the Knights of Meaford's leading scorers prior to tonight's game. Tyler Strut's been leading the way all season, Gord, with 41 points, and Eric Lowry, the big assist man, with 21.
But man, we've been looking at this all year long. Nobody's really, Struts has had a tremendous season, but they've been scoring by committee and doing really well by it, and they're finishing up fourth. Like we said earlier in the broadcast, their best start in 5 years that the Knights have been here. So, but it's been a good job. They've got 3 lines right now that are working really well together. They've got some new additions, so things are looking up for Meaford.
Teams are 5 aside now as the Meaford penalty. What a save by Izzo! My goodness.
Izzo flashed the leather on that one as he got his glove on it, knocked it, caught it, and it just dropped in the goal crease after the whistle went. So
let's take a look here. Watch the glove hand of Izzo.
You're going to see it right on your screen coming right now.
Man, that's mine.
Yeah, I got it, you know. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as both penalties have been killed off successfully. Meaford now 0 for 3 as they had a brief power play on that, and now Seguin has 1 for 3, so they've done well on the special teams.
There's absolutely a penalty. I'm sorry, but Ethan Cornford, you're going to go for holding. You got 2 referees with their hands up. Must be a couple of penalties coming up here. Now a bit of rough stuff down there. We got a Meaford Knights player down.
Oh, he's up on his feet now.
Connor Long, we'll see.
You're going to get the holding penalty that place over on the far side of the rink near the side where the Queen is. And that corner, and then they're going to get a second penalty, I think, for the hit on.
See number 7, Sebastian Anderson, heading to the box for Seguin. And is that Daniel McCall in the box for the Knights? No, it's not. There isn't anybody in the Knights.
No, they're getting 2 penalties.
Oh, you got two Huskies in the box.
80 or 90, I can't read the number.
So it's double minors going to the Huskies.
I think 96. No, yeah, double minor. They got the one in the far corner, which is the holding, and then the head check in the far in the circle.
Alex Stoylov is one of them in the box, and the other one was number 8, I believe, Daryl Cahill.
Stoylov is the one that got the penalty here, directly to the left of our broadcast booth.
Time of the penalties, 6 minutes, 1 second. To the Seguin Huskies, a holding minor and a roughing minor at 6 minutes, 1 second.
Puck does not get through. The Knights with a glorious opportunity to tie this one up. They've got a 5-on-3.
Shot was blocked beautifully in front of the net by number 71, and that's, of course, that's Torgensen. Here's the goal scorer. So
here come the Knights, Callum Queenan. Somebody needs to slow this down and set it up. Shot right on Daniel's leg. And the puck gets cleared all the way back down the ice.
They've got to start, you're right, they have to slow this thing down, take their time, get it set up, and then do it. They've got 1 minute and 14 seconds, 5-on-3, so just take your time, make sure you get it all set up. Langowski doing a nice job of that right now.
Langowski over to Vernon. Again, why rush the shot? Langowski plays it back in. Bolduc back to Langowski. Vernon tips it in front. And that puck gets cleared all the way down the ice.
Well, they had an opportunity to get it. They just went off the heel of the stick and then ended up in front of the net. So
Langowski with some space, tips it in front, and that's going to get cleared away.
30 seconds.
Knights are in too much of a rush. They need to slow it down, get it in zone, and set it up.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that one.
And another shot. And it comes back. Oh, my goodness. Will Vernon. That's going to do it for this glorious opportunity they had on this power play. But this really has been an issue for the Knights, I think, Gord, over the past few games that we've done, is the failure of their power play to click. Think back to that game against the Bradford Rattlers where the Knights went 0 for 8 on the power play. And they lost that game 4-3, and you can't help but think a couple of power play goals would have won them that game.
Would have won the game, and certainly one would have helped. But power plays like anything, it has to work, and you have to have confidence. If the team doesn't have confidence, something that they have to work on. And
scores! What a shot! Off the iron and in.
That was Nico Kako, just picked up his 17. I believe that's number 16.
No, that was number 23, actually, Gord. It was, Nico Kako.
And he just picked it up, and number 23, and it off the face-off, and boom, it was in. But it was just inside the post. He picked up his goal tonight, and that's his 17th of the year. He's their second leading scorer with 16 goals and 8 assists, and they lost to
hit from behind. My goodness, that was a dangerous play. Number 23. Nico Kako, he should be getting 5 in a game for that hit. See what the referees call. Watch this hit. Okay, we don't have the replay on that, but number 24 is going to the box. Anthony Picciano.
Well, that's open ice too, so I mean it's not as serious as hanging from behind into the boards. He's just going to get 2, so.
Knights now with another opportunity on the power play. Let's see if they can make this one work. Picciano has been in the penalty box. Here's another chance. Oh, my goodness. That puck gets cleared into the rafters and out of play.
Oh, Izzo made a nice save on that, and Johnny Bauer poke check, and he managed to make that play right down in front of the net, and had a real good chance to score on that play, and he made that poke check.
We'd be remiss to not mention the passing of Johnny Bauer, and what a great man he was. I believe he was 93 years old, and I had the opportunity of meeting him quite a few times on numerous occasions at sport card events or sporting events, and such an amazing man, and so friendly, and so kind, and he left his mark on the NHL, that's for sure, in the world of hockey.
Well, very rarely do you see a player or a man or something like that with, nobody had that. Well, they probably wouldn't say anything, but nobody ever talked to Johnny Bauer. I had an experience with him myself, and met him just once, and it was very gracious and very, very, very kind, and I think we all have some stories where I know that last time the Leafs won the Stanley Cup was Johnny Bauer in goal, so
that's right.
He'll be missed.
Here's the play in front. The Knights with a chance, trying to get it done in there. Daniels Lega, and away with it come the Seguin Huskies. Huskies in over the line, in front, scores! The Knights have got themselves a hole dug.
You know,
a short-handed marker.
And
it was number 71.
I'm in shock. I just.
Yep.
Oh, that went in. I wasn't sure it went in at first when I first saw it. I thought it went off the pad. He right it buried into the back, and Thorson gets his second goal of the game. And Seguin, who's got 5 wins, have now taken it to Meaford and get a shorthanded. They got a power play goal. They got a shorthanded goal, and they've stymied Meaford at every turn today.
A shorthanded marker by Seguin gives them a 3-0 lead over the Knights of Meaford. Shot right on. The Knights just cannot seem to get anything going their way tonight. Defense have been caught flat-footed on a number of occasions tonight, and just mental errors on the behalf of the defense.
Well, you might be able to say that it's it's being on the layoff, but both teams are playing. So
that's right. They both had the same time off.
So you can't hold that an excuse. But yeah, both teams have the puck's topped over the stick, fanning on it. But Seguin is taking it to Meaford. Nice move
Here's
again.
Another. Oh my goodness! Connor Long gets completely undressed.
And that was number 11.
Number 11, Mark Perry gets that goal.
Well, we'll find out now from Mike. We'll find out from Fred who this guy is. But you're going to watch this play on replay. Just undressed Connor Long and then puts it upstairs and beat Izzo. 4-0. Talk about a hole. They're never going to get out of this one if they don't just slow it down and start playing as a team. There's too much individual stuff going on.
From the draw. Simon Kelpenberger, I believe is what they said. He is no longer Mark Perry. We know who he is. So the Knights of Meaford have dug themselves a huge hole. That's 2 short. Is that 2 short-handed goals?
Yes, I think
2
so.
short-handed goals by the Huskies to take a 4-0 lead over the Knights. I can guarantee you that the Meaford coaching staff over there.
Well, they've got their arms crossed over their chest. I'll tell you, they are not a happy crew. And let me tell you, it's not Izzo's fault that this has happened. This
Absolutely not.
Defensive breakdowns, and forwards not coming back to make bad passes. They have to get their act together. They got to get one. They got to slow it down, get one, and then start working from there.
That's a 5th place team playing against a last place team, I believe.
Well, if you asked me when we were sitting around at the beginning of the game going over the notes and stuff for the game, we were talking about Seguin and their effort, we figured that this should be almost 2 points that Meaford should have, but Seguin's come here to play. They're not giving this to Meaford, and Meaford is on the short end of a 4-0 deficit at this point in time, and
Meaford losing all the battles. They're losing all the small battles, the little battles along the boards, and just mental errors. Again, I can see the defense flat-footed and getting caught. And as you said, the forwards not coming back and picking up their checks and helping out.
They're on the power play again, and Seguin got another penalty, and Meaford have got to take their time, and there's the shot right on goal, and Clement makes the save, but they've got to slow it down, get the guy to get the shot in on goal and try that backdoor guy that's been open, but they haven't been getting the puck. Has been knocked down in the shooting lanes as Seguin has been able to block everything in that area in front of the net, even when they were on 3-on-2 or 5-on-3, pardon me.
Langowski gets a shot right on, but that's easily stopped in there by goalkeeper Klimek. Here's Langowski again, gets it over to Daniel McCall. McCall just misses. Can Langowski keep it in? Yes, he can. Shot right on. Klimek makes an easy glove hand save.
Well, Klimek having good position, was able to see that without any problem and be able to knock that puck down by catching it. But Meaford a little bit better keeping that puck moving and getting across ice, and when they are getting the shots, they're just missing the target.
From the draw, Knights win it. Langowski works it in, takes a shot, that misses. Daniel McCall can't get it now. Here comes number 71 for the Huskies. Shot right on rebound. And Thorgerson has been everywhere tonight for these Huskies.
He's got his 25th and 26th goal tonight. He's got one shorthanded and one even strength. And on the power play. So, pardon me, one shorthanded, one even strength. So, 2 goals leading his club. He is the goal scorer and the point getter.
Thorgerson, oh, that just missed. Who's on the power play here? Here come the Knights. Connor Long plays it on now to Tyler Strutz. Strutz circles around the goal. Takes a look, puts it out to Daniel Slega. He misses. Callum Queenan battling, gets it to Strutz. Strutz, shot, puck bouncing around in there. Who's going to come away with it? The Huskies are, and they're going to clear it all the way back down. Right on goalkeeper Izzo.
36 seconds remaining in the power play. Meaford having trouble getting going, but like you say, they've been struggling with it, and they've got some good players that should be able to handle it.
Here's Connor Long, looks in front, cannot get it to Callum Queenan. 20 seconds remaining now in the power play. Knights are going to change it up. Here's Tyler Strutz. He's going to carry it himself. Dumps it in behind the goal. And that's going to do it for the power play. Again, Meaford 0 for
5. 0 for 5 on the power play, and they had a glorious opportunity to with the 5-on-3 and couldn't convert.
Skylar Robertson takes his man in on the boards. Mitch Bolduc. And the referee does call that offside.
Well, it should have. It just got out. It was just up by a hair, and good call by the linesman. Amici's Pizza, traditional cuisine, and of course they're located here in Meaford at 334 Sykes Street South. Folks, they provide refreshments and food for our crew here at Rogers, for our telecast for the Rogers crew, and we really appreciate their support. Always fresh, man. Always cooked fresh for you, and folks, they're great supporters of ours, so we would like you, if possible, to support them. So, Amici's Pizza.
Knights come away with it now. Puck comes out the center. Mitch Bolduc circles with it. Makes his way in over the line. Bolduc, toe drag, cannot get that through. Puck comes back to Will Vernon. Vernon plays it into Bolduc, chips it in front, and nobody there but white shirts. And the Huskies are going to come away with it. Shot right on, that misses. Eric Brindestad plays it in behind the goal.
Seguin doing just a tremendous job coming up to keep control of that puck in their own zone. They're getting on it. They're forechecking, and when they don't, they're right back in their own zone picking up that loose puck or hitting the man that has it.
Here comes a shot right on. Izzo makes the save. Decent crowd here tonight for the first game back after the holidays. Quite a stormy night out there tonight.
Well, we're hoping that we're going to be able to get out of Meaford tonight. It was pretty bad on the way over, and doesn't look much better outside after the first period. So
Jeff Heineman tries to get that puck out. He can't. Now here's Colton Langowski. Langowski, he's got Pereira with him. Pereira fires. That doesn't get through. In behind to Langowski. Out front. Oh, fanned on it. What an opportunity there by number 16, Braden Patterson, but he fanned on that one. How many times have we said that tonight, Gord?
Oh, a lot. It's
both teams, really.
True enough. It's Buck's bouncing a bit. right back after the holiday. I hope folks had a great Christmas and want to wish everybody out there a Happy New Year from the crew here at Rogers, and hope everything turns out real well for you in 18.
Now here come the Knights. In over the line, that puck just misses. That was newcomer number 16, Braden Patterson, with a shot. Puck gets cleared in behind the net. Now here come the Huskies. Huskies quite happy with the way things are going so far here tonight. Right onto the stick of Justin Pereira. Pereira tried to get it back to Hampus Wall. He couldn't. There's Titchborn. Puck's going to come all the way back down into the Meaford zone. Covered up now by goalkeeper Rafael Izzo. Take a look at the South Division standings now, and things pretty tight over there as well, especially positions 1 and 2 with St. George and Kingsville. Niagara hasn't played as many games as the top 2, but they're right there as well with only 4 losses.
Well, North York is in 4th place at 46 points, so they're only 7 points out of first place. So it's a tight division too. But you've got to think that one of those 2 teams are going to come out of that division in the playoff round.
Puck goes in behind the net. Hampus Wall. Knights now trying to get it out front. They do, and Owen Titchborn had his stick lifted or stick tied up at the last minute. Here's a Thorgerson, and he can't get that one through. Torgerson has been a one-man wrecking crew tonight for this Seguin Husky team, Gord.
He got his 25th and 26th goal, one shorthanded, one on even strength, but he's leading their team in scoring. So, but when they lost to Liska, they lost 7 goals and 33 assists, so they lost a lot of offense. But he's managed to pick up the slack tonight.
3:06 remaining here in period number 2. Seguin Huskies, on the strength of 2 shorthanded goals, have opened up a 4-0 lead.
Well, they got those goals early when the Knights got into penalty trouble, and they got caught up ice and ended up on the power play. And boy, I tell you, when you give up shorties and then your power play's not working, that's been bone of contention tonight.
Here's Tyler Struts, that misses. Eric Brindestad's going to keep it in the Struts. Struts plays it back. Brindestad, that flutter ball's in. Oh my goodness. That changed direction on Klimek at the last minute.
Klimek got a piece of it, and it just squeaked out behind him off to the one side. So
good job by Callum Queenan to keep that puck in there and force the face-off to the left of goalkeeper Andre Klimek. Knights really haven't, like Klimek's made the saves he's had to make tonight, but the Knights really haven't challenged him a whole lot, I don't think.
Not since the first 10 minutes or 12 minutes of the first period, where they had at least some territorial advantage, but it's been all Seguin here in this second period, picking up 3 goals. Yeah, 2 shorthanded and 1 on the power play. So what can you tell? What can you say when that kind of stuff happens? You kind of look at the heavens and say, whoa, what's going on here? But
there's a Knights player taken down hard. That was Skylar Robertson. Robertson's been taken down pretty heavy a couple of times tonight. He must have done something to them the last time they played or something. Here's the Knights' Mitch Bolduc.
Well, the Seguin came out and were very physical in that first 15 minutes of the hockey game, and kind of took Meaford off their game. And you said earlier that they can play that kind of game, but they haven't done a whole bunch tonight to change that up.
Scores! There you go, Mitch Bolduc finally gets the Knights on the board. Mitch Bolduc had all the time in the world to find his spot. He made no mistake and buried it home.
Well, Bolduc, you're watching on the Rogers replay, took his time. Instead of You watch when he gets control of the puck. He gets some space in front of the net, takes his time, has a look, bang, puts it upstairs. You know, you have that much time, it doesn't matter who you are in goal. You're going to have to be just unbelievable to stop that kind of shot.
Well, he waited for the defenseman to commit himself to, and once the defenseman went down, then he went high over everybody. The Knights finally on the board with 1:08 remaining here in period number 2. Maybe this will get them fired up.
Well, I certainly hope so, because something has to light a candle under, where that part of your anatomy and
proverbial backside.
Something like that. Yes,
we're not allowed to say the donkey.
True. This is very true.
If we're referring to a donkey, we could say it.
But
as. Shot and scores. My goodness.
Oh,
They answer right back.
Makes that little move to brush the ice like Boulder did.
That looks like that could be the hat for Thorgerson here.
If it is, that's number 28 on the season. We'll watch it on Rogers replay. Comes back, yes it is. Gets the rebound off the leg of Dalpe, and
Thorgerson with his 3rd of the game. That was even strength. He's got even strength. He's got a shorthanded. Is there a power play goal there too?
I'm not sure. I can't remember whether he got the power play goal or not, but I know he got a shorthanded. No, he got even strength. He got the first one.
Puck's bouncing around in there. Where is it? There's some penalties coming up. 2 referees with their hands up. Knights are best just to stay out of that. Any kind of silliness, because they got a power play coming up.
For Seguin, Kyle Torgerson is 3rd of the game at 27th of the season, assisted by 21, and Nico Kako at 19 minutes and 15 seconds.
Heading to the box is number 18. No, it's not. Can't see his jerseys bulked up there with their 70s.
I believe that's Alex Stoylov.
There's number 78. Yeah, Alex Hapoksky.
That looks good to me.
Hapoksky. All right, Hapoksky. There we go. 28.4 seconds remaining. The Knights with another power play opportunity. I would think, Gord, that trailing 5-1, they need to bury one here. At least one going into this second intermission.
Oh, they do. They got to get it quick to the net. Clown along has it at the blue line.
Strutz tries one, can't get it through the defenseman. Strutz back to Vernon. Vernon fires. That's tipped. Goes wide. And there's the buzzer to end period number 2. The Knights of Meaford. Man, they got burned in that second period, Gord.
4 goals and 2 short-handed goals, and they've got a huge mountain to climb. And I don't know what happened to them, but it just seems that Seguin's all over them. And Seguin is not a better hockey player in the team than Meaford. So they got some real soul searching to do. Nate's got to take him into the dressing room, and he's got to basically settle them down, and they got to start getting one at a time. They have to win this period. They got to get prepared for the next game. They have to win this period.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with third period action from the Meaford St. Vincent Community Center. It's a Rogers Sports exclusive Meaford Knights hockey.
My mother said we had to leave home. The communists were going to take my father away. If my parents were afraid, they didn't show us. But we would never forget our escape from Vietnam. We were lost.
What was your job in Vietnam?
University professor.
We had no home.
Do you have any family in Canada?
No, sir.
Nobody wanted us.
Welcome to Canada.
Canada chose us.
Canadians opened their borders, their homes, and their hearts to more than 100,000 refugees fleeing persecution after the Vietnam War.
We were home.
From all of us here at Grey Kindly Life, we wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. We're taking a short break, and we will be back after the Christmas holidays with more great shows. We'll see you then.
Rogers TV is the home of your Owen Sound Attack. High-paced major junior action comes your way all season long. Brandon Vandershot, Owen Sound Attack Hockey on Rogers TV.
Welcome back, everyone. Third period action about to get underway. I'm Rob Leonard, and with me, Gord Chapman. Gord, this is the GMHL, and one thing I've learned over the past, I guess this is season number 3 that we've been doing the Knights of Meaford hockey. No lead is safe in this game. What are the chances, and what's it going to take for the Knights to get back into this one?
Well, the Knights have become more organized, and they have to be get on the puck, and they got to make Seguin cough it up in their own zone, and then they got to convert. Their power play was 0 for 6, and that's just not acceptable. It was 0 for 8 last time we saw them against Bradford, so they've got some work to do. But if you ask me, if Seguin would ask you, they were leading 5-1 after 2, they would have probably laughed at you at the beginning of the game. But there they are, up 5-1 right now, and Meaford has to get on the puck and have to get on Seguin quickly, and they can't make those kind of mistakes in their own zone, just as we've witnessed right now.
Good pressure in there by, that was number 12, Zan Martek. And he comes away with the puck, steals it away from 3 Meaford Knights, but now here comes Tyler Strutz. In over the line, feeds it off the leg, back to Strutz, back to Langowski. Oh, that does not make its way through. That stung the Huskies defenseman. Now here's a partial breakaway. You don't want Thorson to get in there. Shot. The referee is going to let that go. Luckily for Meaford, no penalty on that play. But Kyle Torgerson has been everywhere tonight. What a save. Flashing the leather was Andre Klimak.
Klimak has been no slouch either, as you're going to watch the play here, and he's going to come across the ice and come back to the... You're going to see him come straight through center. This is the breakaway Torgerson, and you're going to see him go down the ice, split the defense, gets it back, loses the footing, but a great stop by Izzo on that play.
Knights keep it in at the point. Julian Delp. Connor Long plays it in front. Mitch Bolduc. Shot right on. That goes wide. Knights with some pressure now. Delp with a shot. That doesn't make it through. Here's that's number 20. That's Ethan Cornford. Cornford can't control it, and out it comes.
I'll tell you that Seguin is clogging up the center of the ice, and Meaford having trouble getting through. Basically, they're trapping, but when they get in their own zone, they're covering the shooting lanes, and Meaford's having a heck of a time getting the puck through the goaltender.
Connor Long gets it on to Cornford. He tips it into the zone. That's going to be gloved and held by Andre Klimak, who's only been beaten once tonight in the Seguin goal.
Well, in the last sequence of play, just before that whistle in the offensive zone, he made a tremendous glove save to keep the puck out of the net. And, of course, he's been knocking things down and moving it aside, so good movement by the goaltender. But I don't know, he hasn't been the story of the game, actually, right now. Right now, it's Meaford's inability to score goals on the power play.
Here's Will Vernon. He loses possession. He's battling in there. And here comes the Huskies. Shot right on. Good save in there by Izzo. Back to the line. That was very close to being out.
And it did get out, and they're going to call it offside. And Meaford got lucky on that play as the puck just got out and not in control of their own zone tonight. They're having a tremendously difficult time, and Seguin right on top of them every move. So maybe Seguin's going to make a move to try and get into the playoffs, but it's a good start for them on the road in Meaford on a Thursday night on Rogers TV.
It'll be tough with only nice save in there by Klimek. He did the splits, but kept that one out.
Well, what good scoring chances Meaford's had. Klimek has been just Johnny on the spot and has done a tremendous job.
Knights are going to keep it in there. Daniel McCall, no. Oh, my goodness. If the Huskies player had just played the puck instead of the man, he would have been away to the races. That's number 91 in there. Alex Egan is really throwing his body around. And I don't know if I've called his name once tonight.
I don't think that's the first time, but he I think Meaford to play tomorrow night, so they gotta have to be in better playing on the road. So
stolen away, Daniels Lega. He's taken down. He never did have control of that puck, but a good job. Here's a chance, tipped in front. Oh my goodness. Connor Long hanging on to it. Big battle going on down there.
Again.
Long keeps it on to Struts. There's going to be a penalty here to the Huskies. Knights take out the keeper for the extra man. And here comes the call from the referee. Haven't seen an indication yet.
I believe it's probably going to be a hooking call in behind the goal or a slashing call. Some kind of stick work.
Oh, it looks like a mouth guard infraction. Could be an equipment infraction here.
I don't know how it could be a mouth guard one because he's got a face mask on his.
Illegal equipment, I would imagine, is what's going to be called here. Referee was pointing at his mouth, so.
Yeah, but he's got a full face mask, so how can that be? You know, they don't need a.
We'll wait for the call from Fred Wallace. For a mouth guard violation, Gord.
And the kid's wearing a full face shield. I don't understand that. I don't understand that one.
Mouth guard violation is the call.
I heard that, and so
here comes the Knights. Mitch Bolduc around the net, tips it out front. Shot, cannot put it through.
Klimek again getting in the way of the shot from a very sharp angle.
Puck comes off the side of the net. Here, oh, and just getting a blocker on that was Andre Klimek off of the stick of Skylar Robertson.
Just unbelievable watching that. Long shot coming in. You're going to see him come around the net and puck around him. There's the shot. Good save. See Klimek just reach out that big paddle, knock it away.
Rob Skylar Robertson twice on that power play opportunity. 1 minute remaining in it. Meaford have had a couple of opportunities here. Be nice to see them click on one. Here comes Tyler Struts. Struts works it in behind the goal. Oh my goodness. Hands it away and the puck is down the ice.
Well, they're not setting. They got to skate, and they're not skating the way they can. And this is a quick team. Meaford's got some good wheels, and they're just flat-footed in the zone and not moving that puck around like they can.
Comes back into Struts. Struts into Queenan. Callum Queenan works it around. Will Vernon, that shot is tipped wide by Daniels Lega. Tipped again and just goes wide. Now here's Langowski, 6 seconds remaining on the power play.
Langowski's been opening the back door twice, and nobody's got him the puck.
Here's Callum Queenan. Fires it around, struts back to Langowski. Langowski in front. Oh my goodness, Daniels Lega struts with a chance. Oh, that goes wide.
Did you see that save by Klimek on that? On Struts, I think it was in front of the net. Unreal.
Langowski clears it in. Now here comes the Huskies. Meaford playing a bit better defensively here in this period, Gord. They haven't really given the Huskies a lot of opportunities. Only 13-20 remaining here in period number 3.
Well, it's you know, you can have those nights. You know, it's one of those things that can happen. Nothing seems to work. Nothing seems to. But you can't quit. You got to keep working at it. And Meaford's come out in this third period playing a lot better than they have in the first and second.
Puck's in behind the goal. Now here come the Knights. In over the line, taken down. Shot does not get through. Here's Connor Long. Puck is cleared off the boards, and at number 16, that's newcomer Braden Patterson, plays it right onto the stick of Jeff Hyman. Hyman just dumps it into the zone. Connor Long in pursuit. Long is going to head to the bench for a change. Now here comes a shot. Oh, that was going short side on Izu, but Izu was able to get a blocker on that one. Here's Colton Langowski.
Well, Izu's not the problem with Meaford tonight, but he's made some really good stops when he's had to, and some of the chances that weren't his fault. So
that's right. He's definitely done his part back there, but supporting cast has not been there a lot for him tonight. So. But first game back, and looks like Seguin was a little more rested than what the Knights were on this night. Mind you, it's not over yet. Still 11:25 remaining. Here comes trying to get the puck out front. Time running out on the Knights in this one. Here's Thorgerson. He's got a hat trick tonight already. Puck gets cleared out.
Thorgerson has started to say the night with 24 goals, and now is going to go home at this point in time with a hat trick, and of course that adds up to 27 in my book, and having a fine season for Seguin. And it's not been Seguin's best season that they've had since their franchise started.
That takes a weird bounce off the boards, but Huskies come away with it. Here's the man we were just talking. What a move! Thorgerson scores! There's goal number 4.
Wow, and what a heck of a move he made on the defense and to get himself free, and then Izzo didn't stand a chance as he put it away.
Thorgerson is on fire tonight. Let's watch this again on the replay.
You see him come out, it takes the pass just at the red line and comes in, makes a nice move, undresses that Connor Long. You don't see that happen very often to him. And Izzo down, boom, puck behind him, 6-1.
Exact opposite of the last time the Huskies were here in Meaford. The Knights beat them by a score of 6-2. That puck gets cleared out over the boards.
You can see Thorgerson getting 4 goals tonight, getting his 28th tonight, and man, that right now he's the player of the game without even thinking about it. He's had one heck of a night, but he's been having a good season for Seguin. It's just that here they come again.
Here comes a shot, and flashing the leather was Izu. That young man definitely has one heck of a glove hand, no doubt.
Well, I'm actually quite, he's given up 6 goals, but I think Izzo is going to be a tremendous find for the Knights.
He certainly will. Once there's a tripping call coming up, the Knights are going to get another opportunity on the power play.
Yeah, and it looks like Pinciano probably is having some work with the player in behind the goal. You're going to watch him come in behind the net and get hooked just as he goes. And I believe it's number 8 that hooks him, so.
I believe it's number 94, Gorobex, that's going off. Ricard's Gorobex. It's going to go for tripping, I believe.
I just got new glasses. I didn't see that. I thought it was number 8, so.
Oh, well. You were close. It's number 94.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah. 94, 8, same thing. Multiply, no, it doesn't work.
No way. Math never was my strong suit.
Puck comes off the boards now. Will Vernon picks it up behind the goal. Callum Queenan plays it back for Vernon. Vernon plays it on to Strutz. Strutz loses control of it. It's going to go all the way back down to Will Vernon.
It's there on the power play. They're just not getting it set up. And full marks to Seguin as they're playing a nice box when they're in the zone. And they're bothering them coming out and checking the player with the puck.
Meaford setting up now. They got Jeff Hyndman in front of the goal. Good big body in there. Here's Strutz, fires, shot, deep rebound. Where is it? And looks like goalkeeper Klimek, Andre Klimek, has covered that up.
Well, that's what they have to do. They have to get the puck to the net. And they did, and Klimek was Johnny on the spot to put the big mitt on it and stop the play. But that's what they had to do, and a little bit better effort on power play at that point. But you have to get that puck to the net. You got a big forward in front that's causing some difficulty, and then you have to make sure that it gets to the puck. So
here's Will Vernon, plays it over now to Delp. Delp with a shot. That's bouncing around. Another shot, right on, rebound. Kept in by Connor Long. Justin Pereira plays it in now to Strutz. Connor Long fires. Oh, here's another shot. Right on. Oh, that just goes wide. I thought Justin Pereira had one there.
Klimek's been Johnny on the spot. He's been playing so well in this particular game. So Meaford, this is the best power play they've had, but unfortunately not being rewarded at this point.
Here's Pereira. He's going to play it back, and Daniel McCall has that go through his skates. Julian Delp plays it in now to Jeff Hyndman. Hyndman around the boards to Pereira. He tries to go back to Hyndman. Kept in. Nice job by Daniel McCall. Here's a shot right on. Rebound, another shot, and again, loose puck. No, the referee blows the whistle. Now we got some rough stuff in behind the goal. I think that's Justin Pereira.
Well, that's the first opportunity. They had 3 shots, bang, bang in a row, and they couldn't put one by Klimek, who's had the game of his life, I think, tonight. He's stymied the Meaford Knights at every way they possibly could. So Connor Long is coming over to the dressing room and heading off the ice. So Connor Long is having a tremendous season too offensively. He's got 7 goals and 19 assists, and that's pretty decent for any. That was a career for me. He's got an half a season, so.
Yeah, you and me both. I was a goalie too, so I didn't get any goals. Lots against me, but never. Knights win the draw. Kick back to Langowski, over to Daniel McCall. McCall dumps it in deep. Here come the Huskies. That Thorgerson misses that one. Thank goodness for the Meaford Knights, because that young man has been on fire tonight.
Oh, he's been just...
we need to thank the good folks at Amici Pizzeria. Wasn't that amazing pizza we had before
we have.
tonight?
they provide the crew refreshments, and they do such a tremendous job. They're a very, very important member of our team. You're going to see the number 519-538-6805, 334 Sykes Street South, Meaford, Ontario. Always freshly cooked, and it is just one of the best pizzas that you're going to have in the Tri-County area. Simcoe and Gray and Bruce, and folks, even from the Owen Sound area, if you're watching this, you get to see, to Meaford and see them each. They have a sit-down restaurant, and they provide food for our crew, and we appreciate it.
And I'll tell you right now, Gord, if you like panzerotti, and if you like the deep-fried style panzerotti, that is the place to go. You get a massive panzerotti, and it is absolutely amazing. So anybody looking for, they have all kinds of stuff up there, not just pizza, but I'll tell you, their panzerotti is probably the best in the area, bar none.
Well, Italian cuisine, folks, please support locally. They support us. Please support them. Thank you.
Puck goes in to the Huskies zone. Comes in front. Knights trying everything they can here with 6:40 remaining in period number 3, but this has not been their night against the last place, Seguin Huskies. Seguin were 5-21-1 coming into this game tonight, but I tell you, I'm even shocked to say that their record is what it is at this point of the season, because traditionally they have had very strong teams in Seguin, and a good part of the the entire coaching staff from the Parry Sound Islanders team from last year moved over to Seguin this year. So I was shocked to see them with the record that they had. So maybe there's coming of age, Gordon.
Could be. They may be going to make a move up the ladder, and doesn't take a lot. There's Izzo making another good stop. It doesn't take a lot to get going, and put a few inches underneath their belt and start moving up the ladder a bit. They conceivably could be that place. You're looking at
the scoring leaders. This Chris Hay kid from St. George has just been absolutely incredible. 28 games, he's got 97 points, and then two of his teammates behind him with 95 and 94 respectively.
Well, somebody must be, Kolchak there must be getting all the assists on the goals that a young man is getting.
Just incredible. That St. George team this year is just on fire. But, we saw the standings earlier, and, as strong as they are, that division is pretty tight. I think spots 1 through 4 anyway.
Oh, you're bang on with that, and it remains to be seen what's going to happen. But remember, playoffs come at the end of mid-March, so we'll see what happens.
Delp with a chance on a great play there by Tyler Strutz. Good body there thrown by Daniels Lega. Daniels Lega wins that battle, comes out front. Puck's loose. Tyler Strutz takes it now. He loses it. Can they keep it in? Yes, they can. Colton Langowski with a shot right on. 4:45 remaining, period number 3. The Knights of Meaford trailing the Seguin Huskies by a score of 6-1. I would not have bet money on this one that Seguin would be leading Meaford 6-1 in the third period tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, if I was a betting man, I would be giving the Seguin odds. Like, it would have been like 5-1. I would have bet $5 to make sure I went over 25, because I would figure I was going to lose my $5 if I was going to bet on it. But they came out tonight. They came out to play. But it's like any sport that you got. On any given night, some team can rise to the occasion and beat you. So you have to be prepared. You got to bring your A game. Meaford didn't come out of the chute with their A game and got behind. And the next thing you know, they gave them that opportunity in the first period by not stepping on them right away. They get the goal with 6 seconds remaining in the first, and it was downhill for Meaford after that. So. And then giving up 2 shorthanded goals, boy, tough.
Huskies making the moves in there, but a good save in there by Rafael Izu. Izo came into this game, his first appearance for the Knights of Meaford. I don't think you can fault him on a whole lot of the goals in tonight's game.
10-2 record, .355 goals against, .901 save percentage. Hey, come on. I'm saying I don't think it was goaltending tonight. The Knights came out flat. They were flat from the very first time they come out on the ice, and it showed. I don't think it's indicative of how the rest of the season is going to go, and if it is, there'll be some changes made. But I just think it's just you got to put this one in the books, forget about it. And coaches will get some practice this week and get them back on the ice, get them working some systems. And Nate Parrish knows what he's doing, and he'll have them prepared to play the next game or two. So
he's got a couple new faces in the lineup too. You got to get them acclimated to the team, and a couple of guys. Sorry, excuse me. A couple of guys missing as well. So Chase Lewis apparently has a pro opportunity in his hometown I believe in Massachusetts, and I think he's got a 10-game tryout with the semi-pro team down there. So he may be back in Meaford, but if he's lucky enough to catch on with that team, we wish him well. We'd love to see him back here in Meaford, of course, but that's what this league is about. It's a development league. It's for players to move on and get other opportunities, and that's exactly what's happening for him right now. So, well,
like you say, all the best to him, and we wish him well. And if he doesn't, things don't work out, I know they'll be glad to have him back up here in Meaford. So,
Knights keep it in. 3:04 remaining in this one. I think Seguin can be rest assured they're going to leave here with 2 points. Let's take a look at the upcoming games, Gord. As you said, the Knights are playing tomorrow in South Muskoka. That's up in Gravenhurst. So Jeff Hyman will be all the Hyman fans will be out there. Jeff Hyman originally from Gravenhurst, so he'll have lots of company up there. But we get to see Almaguin Spartans next Thursday night.
No, that'll be fun to see.
That's the first time we've seen them
this year, so it'd be
first time ever because, for me anyway, because they played in the North Division last year, and the Knights were in the Central Division, so we didn't get to see them at all.
Well, they'll be here.
I didn't anyway.
They'll be here on Thursday night. We'll bring you the games recorded here in Meaford on Thursday night. We'll see it at 5 o'clock on Friday and 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. So,
and then sometime later on Saturday on the Rogers YouTube channel. Puck's in over the line. Daniel McCall takes his man down. McCall is roughed up in there.
Cooler heads prevail, and it's going to skate away.
There's a shot. Oh, that changed direction at the last second, but didn't make it through. Pitchborn plays it to Brandon Farrell. Puck is kept in. Good job. Langowski, but it does come out. Here's Hampus Wall. Wall with some nice moves at the line, but it's going to be called offside.
One too many as time is winding down. I think time's a factor now at 1 minute and 45 seconds.
I think it was a factor 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago.
This game is looked like Seguin's going to take this away. The Huskies come in tonight and put on a show, especially Torgerson. He got 4 goals, and Keiko got 1. So I missed who got the 6th one.
It's going to be a lot easier trip home tonight. I hope everybody's safe. The weather is pretty nasty out there right now, and
well, Seguin is just south of Perry Sound. It's a township just south of Perry Sound. It's quite the area, beautiful part of the country. Yeah.
Well, I was talking to somebody from their team just prior to the game starting, and he said that the sun was shining all the way until they got to about Thornbury, and then the weather turned nasty there. But he was talking to somebody up home, and they said the weather did turn really bad up there too. So should be an interesting trip home for them. Let's hope everybody's safe.
Well, I also too of their wives if they can, if they maybe stay in Collingwood or something.
Less than a minute remaining in this one. The Knights of Meaford trailing Seguin 6-1. Seguin full marks for their victory tonight. They were good on the power play. They were good shorthanded. They were just good all night long. So.
Oh, you're bang on with that. Full marks to Seguin. Winning on the road, coming into somebody else's barn. Their season hasn't been as successful as they'd like it to be. But if this is any indication that what they're going to do in the second half, maybe they've got things rounded out the way they want it. So
here's a chance. Puck's loose in front. It's going to go all the way back down. 10 seconds remaining. All's done but the crying. Puck gets dumped up the center. Daniels Lega is just going to dump it into the zone, and that's going to do it for this one. The first game of 2018, the Knights of Meaford drop a 6-1 decision to the Seguin Huskies, and look at the celebration in the Seguin end. They are ecstatic with this victory. And Gord, what can we say about this one?
Any given night, like I said earlier in the broadcast, any given night a team can come in sometime and beat you, and you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared to come out with your A game. And Meaford came out flat, and they never really got it rolling, and that was the biggest thing. And this isn't the club that we're going to see in the next week or two. This is just one of those games, and they know it. The coaching staff are going to know it. They'll put it back to the drawing board, and they'll get it together. Izzo, I thought, played well in goal. He got left to his own devices, a couple of goals. I saw one soft one maybe that took place, but out of 5 goals and 6 goals. So I don't think the issue is goaltending. I just think they were flat. And,
4 of those 6 goals came off the stick of Kyle Torgerson. And Torgerson's goals, all 4 of them were nice.
Well, they were
all beauties. And a lot of times Torgerson's skill is what got him in all alone on those opportunities.
Well, a couple of them. I mean, they were one was right in from the blue line to goaltender, and he put that in. He got 4 goals. What else can you say about the guy? Started with 24 and ended up going home with 28. One of the best games I've seen a player play in this barn. So, it's just one of those things, and you could try to be positive about Meaford, but right now, no, they were flat. They just, and they got beat by a better team tonight. But that team isn't better than Meaford.
And let's be honest, there were a ton of mistakes in that first and second period by the Knights. Torgerson picking up those loose pucks. And just mental mistakes by the Meaford defense. Looking away at the last second, losing possession of the puck. Just really not paying attention to what they were doing there in that first period. They came out flat first, second period, and they know it. They know what they know. They know how bad it was. It was fairly bad for that first period and a half, but as you say, they can take the tape, they can look at it, they learn from it, and they move on to that next game tomorrow night in South Muskoka.
Well, I think you'll see a different team in South Muskoka. Like you said, the mistakes were there, and you watch the defense make mistakes. This Meaford defense has been dynamite all year, and even their top-notch guys, Daryl Vernon coughed up the puck, Long coughed up the puck, Long went the wrong place on it, and you just don't see those guys make those kind of mistakes. And you're right. Yeah. And I think if it's that turkey disease, I guess after Christmas, I don't know, but like I say, that's not Seguin's not a better team than Meaford, and it's just like I said, it's one of those games. But
what do you do?
What do you do? It's true. Well, folks, we just hope that you enjoyed our telecast because we'll be bringing a lot more to you. But we'll be doing a game next week, and you said I've forgotten who's coming in already.
Al Magwin Spartans. Yeah, that's going to be an exciting game to watch for sure.
Well, I keep forgetting because I've never seen them.
I've never seen them either. We haven't had that opportunity, but thanks to the restructuring of the league, we get to see some of the teams that we haven't seen in the past couple of seasons. So really looking forward to that one next Thursday night here at the Meaford St. Vincent Community Center. Is that going to do it for us for tonight?
I think so, but I tell you, folks, we hope you all have a happy New Year. It's 2018. Everything looks up for everybody, and hope you have a safe and wonderful year. So,
well, I want to say a big thank you to 2 young guys. We haven't seen them since last year because they took off and went to college on us. But Kyle and Sean, guys, thanks so much for being here tonight, helping out. Fantastic job. Make sure you get yourselves back up here and say hi again They look older, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I didn't even know Sean could grow a beard.
Kid's got a beard.
I know.
What is that?
I know. I don't know. I tell you, just we should send him some blades. Care package.
Yeah, Sean's hair is longer too. So, and of course our good friend Corey Porteous, and of course producer Mark Perry, dragging all that equipment through the snow tonight, and we got a ton of it out there. So, hope everybody drives safe home. For Gord Chapman, I'm Rob Leonard. That's going to do it for us for this week. We'll see you next time on Rogers Sports Exclusive and Meaford Knights Hockey.